I think we're live. Okay. So good evening. I hope you are joining us live as well as who's here. Tonight's on Boosting Immunity. So I am Dr. Tara Buchachin, and we are here trying this as a brand new thing in the office to stream our workshops live this way so that you at home can actually enjoy the same workshops that people that can get to the office can enjoy as well. So if you're watching from a distance or just can't make it out because the kids are in the background, that sort of thing, this is a great opportunity for you to also be able to tap into some of the information that I have to share here. And boosting immunity is a really important thing to talk about this time of year, just because this is the time of year that everybody is dealing with lots of germs and the discussion about germs. And is it not working on there? Try refreshing it. I'm just curious if maybe it needs that. We're just trying to make sure this is actually working online and if we're doing this right or not, because we have no clue. This is totally new to us. If you refresh the page here, just see if that does it. Oh, wait, is that us?
Okay, now why is it paused?
Okay, I see. Alright, so you're just going to have to ignore the little blip there. I'm still looking like I'm live there, so we'll try again. Alright, well, welcome. We're going to talk about boosting immunity tonight. I'm Dr. Tara Buchachin. I'm glad you could join us. So this time of year, everybody's talking about germs and everybody that's sick and how to make sure they stay healthy through this time of year as far as the stress that comes up with the holidays and how we're exposed to so many different germs and pathogens these days. So, all right, I see what's going on. It's a little delay or something there. All right. So you all probably heard about the germ theory, and it's something that's talked about a lot, where you gotta turn the volume down now. Alright, there we go. Okay. Alright, bear with us. I only asked some of my closer friends to watch tonight, so I'm hoping that they're the only ones watching. So Louis Pasteur was given the credit for the germ theory, which basically says if you're exposed to a germ, you're going to get sick. And we're realizing that that's completely flawed logic, that just because you're exposed to a germ does not mean you're actually going to get the illness. We've probably all experienced a time where somebody in our home was sick or had an illness, and then you didn't actually get that illness, or somebody else in the family didn't get that illness, because just because you're around something doesn't mean you're actually going to succumb to that illness. And it has been said that on Louis Pasteur's deathbed that he stated it's the soil, not the seed. So what does that really mean? You know, it's the environment that we create in our bodies, not just the exposure to that pathogen or that virus or bacteria. So that's really important to know. So I'm going to talk to you more about how to support your soil, how to support your system, how to make sure that your body is in tip-top shape so that you are less likely to have an illness. And it doesn't mean you're never going to get sick, because you know, it's still good practice for the immune system to actually have a good clearing out every now and then. It's not bad to have an illness. It's not bad if you eat food if you eat food at a nice restaurant, but you happen to have eaten something that was spoiled, or that just was something that you should not be processing completely through your digestive tract. It makes sense that your body would evacuate it in a quicker means up, rather than waiting until it goes completely through your system. So, I lost track of what I was saying. But so it's important to know that we have symptoms and illnesses for a reason, and they do actually create strength in our immune system as well with some practice. So you have the ultimate responsibility for your lifestyle choices to make sure that you are creating the most healthy environment for your immune system and for those pathogens to be exposed to, so that they're not as likely to take hold. So I have 6 main steps in boosting your immunity. First one we're going to talk about is nutrition. Then I'll talk about supplementation. We'll go through exercise, stress reduction, sleep, and lastly, a strong functioning nervous system. So as far as nutrition, I'm not going to go into complete depth of where you should be with nutrition in order to strengthen your immune system, but basic ideas like eating lots of fresh fruits and vegetables, making sure that you're minimizing processed foods and things that you're getting from fast food restaurants, adding things that are fermented, that's real sauerkraut that has not been canned or heated in any way. You've got things like kefir or kombucha, and even yogurt has probiotics in it, which can be supportive and helpful to the immune system and to especially the gut, because a lot of our immune system is present in our gut. They say about 80% of our immune system is actually in our gut. So supporting a strong, healthy gut through foods is going to be really helpful in supporting your immune system as well. Sugar is a big no-no. We need to make sure that we're minimizing sugar exposure, and this is kids and adults, because bacteria and viruses love sugar, and sugar is very addictive, and sugar is really hard to avoid. So if you can't avoid it completely, at least minimizing the amount as much as possible, so that you're not just continually feeding these viruses and bacteria in your body and giving them a nice cozy place to hang out, because then you're more likely to have an illness. You've probably noticed at times around Christmas and Thanksgiving, people have a lot more illnesses. Not just that we are not exercising as much, not eating as right. It's also, there's other factors in there, but stress and not eating well, a combination of those two together, which happens a lot around the holidays, can really depress our immune system. And I'll talk about stress a little bit later, but stress has a huge, huge impact on our immune system too. So, lots of good nutrition, organic if possible, is even better. The next thing is supplementation. So I have some three basic supplements that I think everybody should take. There's multivitamin and mineral, probiotic, and fish oil. So those are the 3 things that are really ideal as far as supplementation and things that I think everybody should be taking on a regular basis. And if I was perfect, I'd be taking them every day. I would do my best, but it doesn't always happen. And the other thing that I add as a basic and make it 4 in the wintertime is vitamin D with vitamin K. So vitamin D is really important in the winter because we're not getting exposure to sunshine when it's wintertime. And except for the last few days, it's been unseasonably warm, so I've actually gotten some natural vitamin D recently. How about you, Gail? But, you know, as far as typical winter, starting around September is the time that actually the sun starts not spending as much time outside. We're not spending as much time outside, and our skin's not exposed if we are outside, so we're not getting that good vitamin D production in our bodies. Vitamin C is helpful, making sure it's not just ascorbic acid, but it's vitamin C with bioflavonoids or a whole food vitamin C. Basically, making sure that every component of the vitamin C constituents are in there, because vitamin C is not just singled out ascorbic acid. It's actually a whole complex of items, and ascorbic acid is just one aspect of that. So making sure that you have one that has the bioflavonoids in it is really helpful, or what's called a whole food vitamin C. There are some great herbs, and we'll talk about herbs and some foods too here. So elderberry, a lot of people do elderberry syrup. There's lots of recipes online for elderberry syrup, and I just ordered my elderberries from Mountain Rose Herbs, and you have to order early because they do sell out. And about now is probably when they're sold out. So you might be too late even if you order it tonight. But making your own elderberry syrup with raw honey, and even adding cinnamon. There's a particular type of cinnamon that's better. It's the Sion cinnamon, not the traditional, I forget the name of the other one now, I didn't write it down. But adding cinnamon with your honey and taking that as a supplement, or making your elderberry syrup with cinnamon honey, or buying an elderberry syrup with cinnamon honey, that's great as well. Making sure that if you do use honey, though, kids under a year should not have honey. Echinacea is great for supporting the immune system, increasing white blood cell count. And that's something that is supported in the research too, that echinacea is also safe for children, pregnant women, and adults. So that's another supportive herb that is great during the winter season. Echinacea is something you don't want to take you don't want to take it all season long. You want to take it in short bursts, so a couple weeks at a time, or just during a time when you're having more of a health crisis is the best time to take it. Golden seal is another herb that's commonly used during the winter season. That's what that we have to be a little more careful with as far as pregnancy is contraindicated and not good for young children. But golden seal is another great support to the immune system. And a lot of people are talking about essential oils these days, and they're great as well. I'm not as versed in essential oils, to be honest, but I know there are different sort of germ formulas out there that parents are diffusing or they're diluting and putting them on the soles of the feet for the kids before bed, and then putting a sock on top of that. And a lot of people swear by some of the essential oils to help support their immune system as well. So another thing to include. Anything I missed? Anything else you can think of? Anything you do? No? All right. Exercise is the next thing I want to talk about. And exercise doesn't have to be regimented, like go to the gym and do your exercise. But we all need a good, healthy dose of exercise, whether it's going out for a walk in the sunshine or in the rain or whatever it is, whether it is dancing to your favorite music, whether it is playing with your kids, whether it's climbing on the playground equipment with your kids or on your own if you like that. I do that sometimes. Yoga, running, it doesn't matter. It's pick something that you enjoy and you will stick to, and then you'll be successful, knowing that you're actually going to do it. Don't pick something that you know is not going to be something that you can stick to. So make it fun. Make it fun and enjoyable. Stress reduction. Stress reduction is huge. I don't think people realize how much the immune system can actually be depressed meaning turned off when we're under extreme stress. So an extreme stress might not be the right way to term it, because it doesn't have to be as extreme as you think extreme might need to be. But if you're under enough stress, your immune system can be completely shut down, 100% shut down, because your body's so focused on whatever that stress component is, whatever's creating that stress response in you, which typically should be something significant, like an animal is trying to eat me, or I've been in a serious car accident, but not the day-to-day stress that we all tend to have, and sometimes gets ramped up to a huge degree that we really are feeling like we just can't keep up with life, and we're just stressed from the time we wake up to the time we go to bed, whether it's from work or kids or a combination, or maybe the stress we put on ourselves as parents and as a mom. I'm sure you can all relate, if you're a mom or even a dad, that we put a lot of stress on ourselves to do things right, to keep our kids entertained, to cook and make sure the house is picked up and clean, and some of you are still working too and running a business and other things that really can put a toll on us as far as stress is concerned. So stress on the immune system really minimizes it. So finding ways to reduce your stress or manage your stress, whatever you want to call it. And for some people, things like listening to music is stress reduction. For some people, it's meditating or reading something that you enjoy. Or did I say listening to music? I might have said listening to music already. Staying positive, staying hopeful, and always seeing something positive in every situation rather than seeing every situation like you're the victim and you have no control over the situation. That can be really helpful too, making sure that you realize that you have control over your reactions. You don't always have control of every situation out there, but you have control over your reactions. So if you are choosing to react in a way that's extreme, that's going to create more stress. Somebody else into the same situation might react completely differently. So realize your reaction is because of how you grew up, and what your parents maybe taught you or what you were exposed to as a kid doesn't mean that that's the way that you have to react. It's a choice to react that way, although it's likely become a habit at this point. You can undo that if you choose to. It takes a while. It's not the easiest thing to do, but you have control over your reaction to stressful situations. That brings me to sleep. Sleep is so valuable. We love our sleep. Parents with young children understand that it's really hard to get sleep these days. But eventually there'll be a time, I was just talking to my stepdad the other night, he's like, a couple more years, Tara, and you'll be able to sleep in. And I said, yes, I'm so looking forward to that. But really, we need more sleep than most people get. We really need 7 to 8 hours of sleep each night, and a lot of people are not getting that. A lot of parents are getting broken sleep. Uh-oh, we have a wanderer. You can sit, but mommy's doing something, okay? That's Drew. He's ready for sleep. As parents, we need to realize our kids tend to need more sleep than we think they need. I so often have somebody come to the office and say that they think their child's getting a good amount of sleep. They put them to bed when they seem sleepy and let them sleep as long as they feel like they need to. And then I find out that maybe they're only getting 8 or 9 hours. As a child that's maybe 2, 3, 4, 5, even 6 years old, that's not enough. So making sure that our kids are getting enough sleep. And it's something that I really strive for in my home, and I definitely value good sleep because that's when our kids are growing. That's when we as kids and adults are healing. And it's such an important time to allow us to have that's where we slow down and allow those processes to occur so that we can regenerate and we can be our best in the morning. And you'll probably also agree that when you had a good night's sleep, your day is very different than the day you have. You're more you can get them. You can think clear some of the other benefits of actually getting enough sleep. So try to get 8 hours of sleep, adults, and kill more. And the last thing is having a good, strong immune system through a properly functioning nerve system. Your nervous system is in control of every function of your body. Your nervous system is in control of your immune system. It's in control of your digestion. It's supportive of your gut. Again, the immune system is primarily in your gut as well. That's a main part of your immune system. And making sure that your nervous system is properly functioning is what's going to allow for optimal health and optimal immune function as well. So that's where chiropractic comes in. So around this time of year, you need more adjustments usually. We're under more stress. We're eating less than optimal things because we've got Thanksgiving and Christmas and Hanukkah and New Year's and all these holidays where we eat a lot of stuff that usually isn't as supportive and nourishing to our systems. So you can combat that a little bit, combat the diet and changes and the stress by making sure that you are adjusted to make sure your nervous system is completely clear so that your body can work at the best that it possibly can. So, were there any questions, or there's a post there? Isn't there a post? No? Okay, good. All right. Well, anyway, to sum it up here, how to boost your immunity during the winter season, proper nutrition, lots of whole foods, organic if possible. Supplementation, you've got your basic multivitamin, your fish oil, your probiotic, and vitamin D plus K in the winter time. Additional things, vitamin C, elderberry, honey, cinnamon, echinacea, golden seal, just not during pregnancy and for young children. Essential oils are another option as well. You've got exercise, make sure you're moving and getting your blood pumping and sweating a little bit to get some exercise. Don't make it too strenuous though, because if you make it over strenuous exercise, like triathletes, that kind of thing, they can sometimes overdo it and depress their immune system. So it doesn't need to be extreme amounts of exercise. But get moving. Do something that's fun for you. Stress reduction. Find ways to help manage and minimize your stress. Take a bath. Take a walk. Read a nice book or listen to a song that you enjoy. Maybe it's getting out alone by yourself, or maybe with a friend or a spouse too. That can be helpful. Sleep. Get enough sleep. Get more sleep. Probably you need more than you're actually getting. As well as make sure your immune system is strong through a properly functioning nervous system. Make sure somebody, if it's not me, make sure somebody's out there adjusting you and checking your spine to make sure that you and your kids have the best functioning nervous system possible. All right, so I also wanted to mention I'm doing a live broadcast on Facebook on Friday at 5:30, which are we're going to talk about toxins in the home and how to minimize your exposure to toxins in the house. what you can be doing to make sure you're cleaning up your inside environment, and also bring out and expose ways that you're being exposed to toxins without you even realizing it, things that you're not even aware of that are creating toxins in your home. We're going to talk about how to clean that up for about the first half hour or so, and then I'm going to have Michelle, who sells Norwex products, be here, and she will be presenting how great Norwex products are and how they can help you keep your home clean and make it fun by using the special cloths that she sells. And you can just use water and be able to clean your home with just water and